Hello everybody, this is Fronito Bobber here, and welcome to NIG Train Simulator 2018/19-ish. So, today's live stream is a bit of a special one. I'm currently looking stuff on Twitter because today is a special day for Train Simulator. Today, 64-bit Train Sim has been released, aka Train Simulator 2019. Hello, Foxstar McMuffin. Welcome to the show. So today is the release of Train Simulator 2019, which is the 64-bit edition. Now, I myself, hello TIL official YT. Now, I myself have no idea what 64-bit Train Sim is gonna be like. So far, all I've done in as of 64-bit Train Sim is just make a scenario in preparation for today's live stream. Now, of course, I hear that 64-bit Train Sim is gonna reduce the amount of memory crashes. I'm not entirely sure what's it gonna do in terms of the graphics or the frame rate. According to Dovetail, it doesn't really do anything. And to be honest, I haven't noticed any frame rate issues at all. But then again, I'm now playing Train Sim on a high-powered-ish computer, so of course I don't suffer lag in Train Sim anymore, unless in the absolute most extreme situations. But as for 64-bit Train Sim, well, so far I can't tell the difference. Maybe when I eventually load in a bunch of assets or stuff, then eventually I'll notice a difference, but so in the scenario that I'm about to play, I haven't loaded up too much. I've just loaded in all the add-ons I need to have the 12 subscribers for consoles, along with, of course, a couple other things, because we're driving on the we're driving on Sherman Hill for today. I guess I'll just say straight away. However, yeah, so as for Train Sim 19 and stuff, I also realized that for Train, let's see, TL removes the 4GB RAM limit, so say goodbye to file dumps. Yeah, I did hear that they have reduced the amount of issues of file dumps, and I will be honest, I have had a long history ever since when I first got Train Sim. It's been having dump files, though. I will say I am at least glad that we can say goodbye to the vast majority of the file dumps due to memory issues. Maybe eventually I'll test, or either me or Domtron will test Train Sim to the extreme and see how much we can load in before the game. Well, I say that. Hopefully the game doesn't die. Of course, me and my buddy Domtron, you may or may not already know Domtron, but of course we both play Train Sim. Although Domtron, these days he plays a lot more Train Sim than I do. I pretty much don't play Train Sim unless I'm doing a live stream or has any other scenario, because I have so much other things going on right now. Forza Horizon 4 right now. Of course, the 2018 NASCAR season finally in full swing, and pretty soon I'll be getting to work on Bill and Ted season number 2. So that's cool. So eventually, going into next year, I will be able to play Train Sim more regularly in my spare time. But I'm sure either way, Domtron, since he plays Train Sim a lot more than I do these days, I'm sure that he will maybe test Train Sim to the extreme. And me and my buddy Domtron, he's had a few issues with file dumps now and again. Because Domtron, he's building a route in Train Sim, and he in his route uses up a lot of assets from a lot of different add-ons. Oh, at least I guess now as a 64-bit Train Sim, we don't have to worry about Kuju assets, because of course, if you load in like the Kuju asset packs, either the US or UK European version, it loads in a heck of a lot of assets, and of course it caused Train Simulator 32-bit edition to have some problems. But 64-bit edition should be able to better allow that, but we will see for sure as Train Sim goes on. Of course, 64-bit Train Sim has came out literally today. Today is the release date of Train Sim 2019, and originally I was going to play Forza Horizon 4 today, actually, because of the fact of how the schedule was originally set, but of course, plans changed. Okay, you can tell the game is doing its thing. Let's go over here. And we go. So, here we are at... This is... I don't remember the name of this station. This is, I don't know, but it's one of the ends of the Sherman Hill line. And best of all, there's no station name on the station itself, so that's cool. Oh, I just realized there's a, there is a U.S. mail truck. Looks like a knockoff of the actual one, but yeah. So, anyway, so our train will be coming along shortly. We just have to wait just a little while. So, yeah. So you're probably wondering what have I done with Bangkok since last time? Well, for this journey, since we're on Sherman Hill, where the speed limit is generally not so fast, I have put on the standard version of bank coaches, and also I put on a couple of helper locomotives, so this way we'll be able to actually go over Sherman Hill without having to worry about speed. And since we're driving the standard version of bank coaches, we don't have to worry about any stability issues. And by stability, I mean with bank coaches as, you know, the locomotive. Also, of course, I play with my Xbox One controller, which is why you notice that the frame, or not the frames, but the camera thing is so smooth to get the point. Oh. So you can't actually go into the map in this thingy. There you are, Russell, you're late. Oh wait, quit playing GTA 3 and watch the live stream. Anyway. So train will be coming along shortly. Hang on. I forgot to turn the FOV with the controller, so. Okay, I don't see anything a sign of bank coaches, but. Oh yeah, he's coming. Yeah, I was just wondering. So. Yeah, the 4GB RAM limit. Yeah. So basically, that means that we'll be able to load more assets in the train sim, though. I also remember Mr. Maverick Hunter Daniel. He basically tore 64-bit train sim apart to shreds with the in one of his train sim news episodes, and you know, Mr. Maverick Hunter Daniel pointed out that well, 64-bit will mean nothing if the game is fully optimized. So far, the game is very well optimized here, but then again, I've loaded up very few add-ons. In fact, I just loaded just as many add-ons as I would add in if I was making a standard 12-front special scenario. But yeah, there's no difference in the frame rate or the graphics, but that's fine. Yeah, the graphics in this game are fine anyways. Well, at least is when you turn them up to the absolute maximum. Here comes our train. So Bangkok is your leader. But there are a few alterations that I made to the consist, however, as you shall see shortly. And I see I bought a couple of SD70Ms, I think these are. So we have some extra power. Well, it's a bit of a slide there, but alright, let's now drive bank coaches. Oh! Alright, let's just load up the passengers if we can. Seems those aren't actually opening, but whatever. Alright, so off the brake. I already did an acceleration test, so we will accelerate quite quickly. Pretty soon we'll be able to set off as soon as the brake gets released. Alrighty. Right, let's go. Yeah, I don't have to go that hard on the throttle because with the 2 extra helper engines, we will accelerate quite quickly. And the speed of the normal line is generally slow, so we don't have to worry about going too slow. So remember my throttle control. Okay, we're good. Oh, never mind. Okay, there we go. Here's our concerts for the day. Oh, there's a train. That's a freight train. Okay, so far we're going well. That's a long freight train. And okay, how do we derail? Oh. And oh. Are you kidding me? I guess the train team just died. Or something, but what a complete waste of time. Well, I'm not going to reset the scenario or go into scenario there because it's too early in the game. How do we derail already? I wasn't even doing anything either. But like I said, just so many problems with Bangkok. I don't know. I don't know if I can keep up with the 12 hours special with a train like this. I'll have to either get a different train or just call off the 12 or call off the 12 hour special and do something different. And train sim. Alright, let's just there. Let's fly over, why not? Oh, but it was supposed to be... I think I know why, actually. It's because Train Sim thought we crashed the other train there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Train Sim does that, I just realized. So it was basically just a free glitch with Train Sim. This is right in this view. I don't know why Train Sim still does that though. Yeah, I think what happened is that since we were in the head camera, Train Sim thought we were right next to that other train that went by us, and it was like kaboom. The game just died basically. So we've already wasted a considerable amount of time in this live stream because of Train Sim being stupid. So that's lovely. I was gonna say probably in the scenario right now, just in case. Oh, we can at least check out that's the wrong way, the Sherman Hill roof for a few certain angles, but yeah. Yeah, because according to Train Sim, what happened, basically, is, yeah, the game basically fooled itself and decided to crash us into the other train there. Anyway, yeah, we'll stop at Cheyenne Depot Main 1. I know I'm speeding, but that's just because I can't be bothered to do this properly. I guess I have to look at Train Sim in this angle because, yeah, we can't stay in the lookout camera like I planned. So I mean, I could go in the cab, but the cab is just too small. Now let's get on the brakes now. Okay, on the brakes, a bit too late there. We'll slow down time. So let's see if we can actually open up the doors. We cannot. What's the point of putting a platform marker there if you can't actually open up the doors? Alright. Well, that's a flaw here. Right, well, if that's the case, then we're just gonna just pull away. I guess there's not even point in stopping, I just realized, because we couldn't even open the doors. Alright, come on, don't start, and then you rely on the power of the other engines. Okay, there we go. Not too fast. Okay, when those revs on those freight locomotives build up, they can really pack a punch. There we go. So, with that being said, I'm going to save the progress of the scenario this time again. I don't want that to happen again. If it does, then I'll just have to remove all the trains from the scenario here. Oh, well, accidental, whatever. Let's see if we can actually do it right this time. Clear road there. Yeah. Interesting fact about Sherman Hill. This route in question was released with Train Simulator 2016. And I actually managed to get Train Sim 2016 on a heavy discount. I got it for $12. So I got $12 for 3 routes. Or actually 4 routes because that's the Steam Edition. So I also got No Focus on the Cold District, which I thought was quite cool. Okay, gotta turn down the volume of the game because it's a little bit loud, I just realized. So, mixer. Yeah, because I had to create a new desktop shortcut, which has reset the sound setting, so I just turn it down to 18. Oh, great job with that. Alright, you know what? Fine. There we go, much better. And also, yeah, so what's also a thing about Train Simulator 2008 or 2019 is that, oh, here's the train again, is that I had to actually create a new desktop shortcut because the old one that I created before, when I open it now, it loads up the Train Simulator 32-bit edition, but of course, since I want the 64-bit edition, I then decided to, well, I have to create a new one. Yeah, there's no excuse for the train to crash this time. Oh, there's a, grade crossing there. Yeah, I'm still too lazy to put on the, Bangkok's exit whistle, but I promise I'll do in the next live stream. Provided I can remember to do so. Alright, this time we didn't crash. Oh, look at that. Yeah, there's a gas turbine car. Which someone was left unattended and is now smoking. So that's a thing. And we didn't have a crash that time, so. Yep, all that crash happened all because I stuck my head out the window. Which for some reason Train Sim doesn't like very much. I don't know why Train Sim doesn't like that, but it's silliness. Look at Sherman Hill, though. I will say this is a fairly nice route. I pretty much never drive on it, but it's one that I would recommend. Well, I mean, if you wanna, if you have some money to spend and this route's on sale, then I say get it. It's a nice addition to your collection, to be honest. And of course, with some nice rolling stock. Here comes buying coaches. Okay, so we gotta go faster now. The speed limit is now 70. Hey, with our couple helper locomotives, we should be able to go fast enough. Oh. Yes. Oh, we're having these problems again. Ooh, I'm not so sure about this. Oh, balls. Yep. What do you know? At least that time I actually saved the progress that time, so... We don't have to restart this. Ah! And I also saw Bush in there. I might just give over this contest. You know what? Yeah, you know what? Screw it. That's the last time. I cannot use this contest. At first I thought this contest was a really cool idea. Now it's actually an absolutely terrible idea that doesn't work. I shouldn't even try it anymore. In fact, you know, I'm just gonna scrap this contest. I won't scrap the special, but I will scrap the contest for next time because it does not work. It is completely and utterly rubbish. The stability issues are maddening. And we have to get all the way to the other side of Sherman Hill too, so that's lovely, isn't it? I would stop today's live stream, but... Yeah, see what I mean? Look at all this... Wow! See that Mach 1 coach? It just dies. Essentially. Yeah, it's because the locomotives back are pushing so hard that they're actually attempting to derail this train. Not on purpose, just because of how much power they have. I'm trying to be easy on the throttle, but it's almost impossible when you have such a huge, humongous amount of horsepower that only actually provides power at a certain RPM, and when that RPM gets so high, it then just breaks everything. You have to be very gentle on the throttle. Very, very gentle. You know, maybe that's actually the reason why it derailed before. Or something, I don't know. We'll have to keep an eye on that Mach 1 coach. Because it likes to derail, I've learned. And we're getting so much power from the back too. That's really causing us to be unstable. Look at those tankers though. Look at those tanks on the flatbeds. And I remember that one guy who actually knew was things about tanks. You know, back in the summer, I actually had a few viewers. In fact, on my first ever live stream, or second ever live stream with Gen 3, which was Forza Motorsport 7, I had actually quite a few viewers come up to that live stream, and all those viewers, they all, I don't know where they went. So far, Original 5 is the only one that still watches my viewers. You know, Original 5, though, he is quite a loyal viewer to this channel, though, or at least to these at least to these live streams, you know. Now, especially considering these live streams will be getting a little bit of a pushover starting next week. You know, wondering why these lives are getting pushover. Well, if you look at these the October schedule for week 3, 4, and 5. Of course, we have noticed that I will be only doing live streams for 3 times a week instead of 5 times a week. And the main reason because of that is because of how little time I have. You know, of course, for this week I'm, you know, giving myself a bit of freedom, so this way I can, you know, play Forza Horizon 4 here and there, and also still do the live streams. But starting next week, I'm really going to be giving myself a lot more freedom. Because next week I'll be back to working somewhat regularly, although thankfully now next week I'll be able to do something a bit more interesting, which will be working on Bill and Ted Season 2. So that'll be great fun though. Surprised I haven't gotten too many demands on Bill and Ted Season 2. I guess you guys are just being patient for Bill and Ted Season 2 to come out, and of course, like I said, Bill and Ted Season 2 is still coming. And starting next week I'll actually be working on it. Yep. You know, it's kind of salty though. Since season 1 ended for Bill and Ted, all I've done in terms of Bill and Ted is just Bill and Ted being the voice for the guide to the 2018 NASCAR Season Texture video. I thought that was a pretty cool idea though. I did actually got it from Mr. David Landon, the Cal Cat and Bandwagon Kid videos. You know, they make an appearance in the Bandwagon disguise sometimes, and it's actually where I got the idea from. So that, of course, I just had Bill and Ted doing all the narrations and stuff, and Also, there was a little bit between the two at the beginning and the end of the video. I thought it was a really cool idea, and so I was like, you know what, I'm going to put it to work. And I did, and so I did, and it turned out rather well. So surprisingly, we're 14.50 something miles away from Laramie Main 1 Depot. The ETA is... Actually, the ETA is either working or stuck or broken. Nope, never mind, the ETA is accurate. I will be arriving there in an hour's time, which is... alright. You know, I actually thought that this route would take a much longer amount of time to complete, but it turns out this route is only about 60 miles, and if you actually stick to the speed limit, you will make it from end to end on the Sherman Hill route in a not so long amount of time. Yeah. Also, anyone remember when I actually did this? When I actually did the Sherman Hill route last year? Yeah, last year. You know, of course, this route is all about Union Pacific freight trains, but I decided to put an Amtrak Phase 3 or Phase 2 and 3 Superliner train. You know, basically the Amtrak train that you get with the Sherman Hill route with the F40 and the Superliner coaches. I decided to put that on this route, considering I honestly prefer passenger services over freight services. You know, so I originally thought that journey would have taken like a long amount of time, but no, it turns out that I was actually able to complete that special within the amount of time that I had, which was 2 hours, and this actually will take less amount of time with how quickly this journey is going, and well, as of now anyway. As long as I'm gentle on the throttle, though, I shouldn't have to worry about the remote. I think I'll just go between 0 and 25% throttle, because that's really all we need in terms of acceleration. Of course, I almost went over. Of course, I did go over 60 miles per hour to that corner over there, but But overall, we're maintaining our speed very well. But yeah, I'm gonna be very gentle on the throttle because I do not want to derail again. And also, of course, we're doing this opposite direction like we did the Sherman Hill special. That was all the days when Mr. Christopher Thomas, or whatever there. Oh, hey there, Mr. Extreme 87. Haven't seen you in 17 million years. As you can tell, a bunch of things have happened since the last time you've turned up on a live stream of mine. Last time I saw you was such a long time ago. I don't even remember. Good morning, Tokyo. Yeah. Actually, I believe it is early in the morning over in Japan. Interestingly. It was December. December. Wow. Actually, what live stream was that? I just don't remember. It was definitely not a... It wasn't a train simulator live stream or some other type of live stream that I did in December. I don't actually know. Yeah, 10 months. Well, let's say that many things have happened since the last time you came here, you know. I got a new gaming computer, which makes Train Simulator look a lot better. I am now in the form of Gen 3, which means that now my content is a much higher quality, so no more low quality content from me. Now everything is up to the best I can make it. Hey, Original 5. Welcome to the show. The Original 5, as you're here now. Meet Mr. Extreme 87, a viewer who is actually a long-time viewer but hasn't turned up for the past 10 months. But yeah, many things have happened since last time we turned up Extreme 87. You know, of course, also I've gone Forza Horizon 4, and well, just watch all of my update videos from the last 10 months and you'll get a general idea of what's happened since the last time we turned up. Okay, we're doing about 250. Okay, so coming off the throttle back there wasn't the worst decision, but we're good now. And I went a bit faster, but let's see if we're getting the brakes. Well, see what we're getting the brakes will do. Not much in terms of destruction. So I've already had 2 crashes in this last stream. One because I was stuck behind outside the window, and another one because the basic weapons at the Mach 1 coach there died. Which the transition coach, which allows me to hook up European assets to the, or European couplers to the knuckle couplers. Anyway. As I'm having to be especially careful because I do not want to derail. And also, if you take a look at the consist, I also have a couple of what are these? I forget the name, but I think they're ES something something. I can't, come on. SC70Ms, those are what those are. Yeah, so I have a couple of SC70Ms, which is the reason why I'm going a bit faster. So, yeah, this is actually the standard version of buying coaches. I just have those two upper locomotives to get up a bit of speed over Sherman Hill. And thankfully I don't need that much speed for Sherman Hill because the highest speed limit here is 70 miles an hour. Generally, this is a American freight line, so we don't have to worry that much about speed. And I figured that a couple of SC70Ms, work on. Let's see. Remember when someone tried asking number? That was weird. Actually, no, I don't. In fact, I actually barely have any memories from the live streams I did in the month of December, though. Apart from the fact that I tried to do a number of live streams in the month of December, and those live streams didn't go so well. And of course, there was also some of the live streams that I did in. Oh, hey, that's the oh, there's a train there. Hey, there's a train. These are a couple of other locomotives. I say couple, it's a few. With a mixed freight train. Go whistle it. Yeah, unfortunately, this isn't the bank coach's correct whistle. I still have to put in the proper one, but I won't blow the whistle too much because it's the unrealistic whistle. American lines are dull. Not really. American lines are actually pretty interesting. Well, especially the Northeast Corridor, but you know, there's that nice long freight train. Anyways, I was saying, well, it depends on the American. I mean, I guess most American freight lines can be a little bit dull, but you have to remember there's also Northeast Corridor, which is a very awesome line. We should be fine in terms of speed. See, Extreme, I have a science test today and I'm scared. Oh, a science test. Science. You know, I kind of wish that I could have science in my school, except realistically, science is just a bunch of rubbish, you know. In fact, for the most part, science lately, at least in my world, has lost a bit of its purpose. You know, originally the reason why science class was invented was so, you know, we could actually perform science experiments and see what actually would happen. But these days science is just fill out papers with silly answers. Of course, this is for the United States in my place. Maybe for you guys, maybe for some of you guys watching live stream, you guys actually do stuff in science actually, or maybe what goes from my world goes for everyone's. That went wrong. Ooh, it's released the battery power train in the UK. Yeah, I actually heard that Mr. Trains on YouTube actually made a video on riding on the battery powered train. As for a battery powered train in general, it sounds interesting, but all I'm kind of asking though, what's kind of the point of a battery powered train? I mean, I'm not saying that a battery powered train is a bad idea, but that's providing how much battery power it has and how much the battery can last. And we're gonna hydrogen hybrid train. Oh. Didn't they already invent one of those? Yeah, I think the Americans already invented a hydrogen powered. Or was it hydrogen or was it? I'm not sure actually. It was one or two. Anyway, let's see. Extreme. Let's see. Thank God's Friday in Japan. Well, yeah, my Fridays aren't the best. At least, not now. Well, they will be starting next week though, because of course next week, or not next week, but tomorrow will be Forza Horizon 2 Storm Island. Yes, we're doing that again because reasons. You know, I just realized. I scheduled the live stream for this week, or live schedule for this week for so perfectly that we wound up playing 3 out of the 4 Forza Horizon games in existence in 1 week. I'll let you... Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Screenshot, or obligatory screenshot this is. This one's a bit late in the scenario, but whatever. So if I'm going to zoom out, not much, but that's okay. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, he says that's supposed to run the Miss Windows right up. Oh, that's actually. Let's see. Oh, he says runs the game stuff by 4 is the one now. Lol. Huh. Yeah, how cool it would be if I could actually do that. Maybe play that on Saturday. Unfortunately, now it's not gonna be the case. But you know, maybe one day, maybe next year or so, if I get Forza Horizon 1 for some chance, I might do like a Forza Horizon extravaganza where I play all 4 Forza Horizon games in 1 week. Let's see, can you change Bangkok's emotion? No. Yeah, in Train Sim you can't actually change the expression of the locomotives unless you were to go into like the reskin file and you know actually change that out, but there's really no like super practical way of doing it though. Anyway, so far 64-bit Train Sim, well, I mean for the most part the main purpose of 64-bit Train Sim though is just to fix the dump files or fix the dump crashes, which I mean is cool. And to be honest, in terms of graphics and frame rate, Train Sim doesn't really need to change. But when I eventually see a difference though, is this Train Sim 2019? Yes, this is Train Simulator 2019, the 64-bit edition. Yeah, because the thing about Train Simulator 2019 is that this, I will just say, for already existing order of Train Simulator 2018, the Train Simulator 2019 64-bit upgrade is free, so that's kind of cool. But of course, you know, the update DLCs for Train Sim 2019 are still payware, which is fine. I will eventually buy the Train Simulator 2019, you know, add-ons probably around Christmas time. So expect a nice long live stream about that. Oh yeah, I guess that's for the most part. Really, the main purpose of 64-bit Train Sim is just to lower the amount of dump files or dump crashes or whatever, which is a good thing. But you know, I guess I'm not really supposed to notice that though. But I don't know, maybe going down the line, I'll eventually might do something that will push Train Sim to the extreme. But because of 64-bit Train Sim, the game likes to be able to, or because of 64-bit, the game likes to be able to save itself. I remember Mr. Alan Thompson did a video on his thoughts of Train Sim 2019. Okay, and right through the right through the support for that bridge there. Anyways, so, but although what's interesting is that despite the that's really cool. Oh, that's really cool. I need to get a screenshot of this, please. Anyway. Oh, really cool screenshot, so I figured why not take it. Anyway, yeah, Oh, also there was the stability issues though. I mean, not stability, but in terms of like the, well, I mean, yeah, I suppose the crash issues, that sounded a bit dumb, but there's also the fact that it makes the game frame rate a bit more stable. I think I actually don't know. I remember let's see, extreme. I want to tell you something more. Do you like fish? You mean like fish as in the animal or the food? Because I'm not a humongous fan of the food as fish, but I have it now and again. And as for fish as an animal, I've never actually had an experience with it or experience with them. And so far this journey is actually going quite well, as of, you know. Let's see, cooked fish / sushi, example, salmon. I've never actually had sushi before, though. So that I can't say anything about. Oh, that fish, I honestly particularly don't like it that much, just because, well, I say I don't like it, I've never even tried it before, so I'm kind of being a bit prejudiced, but eh. If we get 14% throttle. Nope. If you want to eat anything in Japan, you have to eat fish alive, which is scary, even. Oh. Ah. Right. Well, that's interesting. So basically, if I want to eat anything in Japan, then I will have to eat fishes alive first. Ooh. I actually don't know how I feel about that. I'm still gonna go to Japan someday. Definitely. But now having the thought of possibly having to eat a live fish before I can eat anything in Japan is a bit alarming. Also, another stream actually mentioned going back to Canada, so for Canada for second semester. Interesting. Why go to Canada when you can just stay in Japan? No real difference. Or is there a difference or something? I don't know. Let's see, we have a false widow spider infestation in London. Oh, that's a great crossing there. Whoops, I forgot to blow my whistle, but too late. But yeah, false spider infestation. Widow spider infestation, apparently. That's happened before. But, yeah. Would it be worth marriage in real life in Japan? It's extreme. That'd be interesting. Indeed. Anyway, we're actually puffing along quite nicely along Sherman Hill. We still have half an hour left to go on the, or actually we have 40 minutes left to go on the journey, but that's okay. Actually, 30 minutes or like 40 minutes? No, because we have 30 miles to go. No. Yeah. Actually, I have 40 minutes to go on the journey, but that's fine. Hey, look! There's some, skids or whatever. You actually looked at those and had the sense of knocking them over. Before somebody first can do a Forza. Also, there's this, there's this here, this, looks like to be an abandoned piece of track. And I don't know if that's there in real life or that's just, well, it probably is there in real life if Dovetail decided putting it into the game. We need to section of track. Because now we can stay in this view for a considerable amount of time. You still play Train of ATS, ATS 2 or 3? No, really anymore, no. In fact, I haven't played Train of ATS in well over a year now. I should get back into those games though. Because Train of ATS was really what blew up my channel. Although I know that Train of ATS 3 came out, I haven't even touched that yet. I definitely do want to sometime, but yeah. They haven't done reaction videos too, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, I decided to quit the reaction videos after my iPad Air died, and I have thought though about bringing reaction videos back, but I would need people to request reaction videos because, you know, of course, there's a lot of I mean, well, reaction videos, they're not completely out of the question. There's a chance that I might do them again, but if I am going to do reaction videos, though, I really would like people to kind of, you know, like, request. Well, actually, now you remind me, actually, Mason. Well, for the most part, I really don't know, though, what I would do. I mean, no, I'm gonna do what I want to do. I just don't know if I would actually want to do it. See, anyway, gotta go soon now. Alright, then see you later. So Fort Laramie Depot is a considerable amount of miles away. I guess all we can really do for now is just sit back, relax, and yeah. There's about some passing view now. Ooh, look at Sherman from here. Yes. Oh, the water on the window too. Do it right here for about 5 minutes. We're about to go downhill. This will be fun. Maybe we'll rely on gravity to keep us going forwards. Series looks quite nice from here. You have the feeling of a passenger sitting in this camera view. Although water kind of spoils it, but eh. Ooh, look at all that stuff over there. It's up to the speed limit now. It's been a peaceful journey so far since the salty juice from earlier. I'm still gonna have to scrap this consist though because it just doesn't work. Perfect when I put the HT in front, but that just it doesn't work though. But one of my just get rid of bank coaches and use I don't know, something else. I don't know. Might bring out the Estella actually. Now I think about it. Alright, so about to that 45. Look at that rock there. We're actually coasting quite nicely. And that also isn't actually that effective. We're not getting as much speed as I thought it would. At least it means I can leave the throttle at 0 now. There's a point where we can just coast down the hill. Down the mountain pass. Or actually, not really a pass, just a hill. That's why they call it Sherman Hill. It's not just a tiny little bit. Okay, so a bit more than I expected. Come on. There you go. Oops. Let's take a look at a train going by now. Ooh, a cement track too. Oh, right now we're allowed to fly under the world somehow, huh? Oh, we're getting to Blue Whistle from this perspective. Yep, I need to get bank coaches actual whistle for the next stream. It's taking me way too long to get around to that. We're actually losing a bit of speed. Now, come on. Now we're actually going uphill. I actually think we would lose so much speed from that uphill or downhill gradient or whatever. There we go. Needs to be a little bit more powerful. Oh balls. There we go. What is interesting looking? I'm talking. All these things are red. Hey, here comes bank coaches. Again. Well, let's enter the tunnel now. Into the tunnel. There's a little tunnel here. Yay! Oh! Okay, accelerating a bit. Now it's on another downhill slope. We're actually picking up speed this time. Come on. Oh, wow. Look at that nasty jolt in the track. Oh, wow. Real speed limit was on 30. Huh. You know what he did? Alright. Soon it's back up again. Let's power up again. That Mark 1 coach is not a big fan of being in the position that it is now. Okay, for some reason not enough throttle is not enough to keep us at a consistent pace on this downhill slope. $2 should be enough. Anyway, so far this journey is going. It's alright. 1% fall. Even that push-up was sweet. Alright, I'm gonna let the game just, or the game, let the train just coast until we get to, oh. Nope, we're getting speed now. Nope. This train is just holding its speed. Also, I just realized that we're on the wrong track. Our train stopped there for some reason. Not sure why we're on the opposing track. Oh, this is kind of interesting. Look at this section here. Yes. Yeah, so that other freight train there is way out of red signal apparently. So the fact that we're wrong routing is, I guess, not the worst case scenario. We have 16 miles left to go now. So 20 minutes left of driving to go. Oh, well, not sure what else to talk about though. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem with these live streams. Whenever the chat, the 3 men runs die, and especially when I have nothing to talk about apart from nothing, basically. Those two are in a very awkward position. Do banging coaches 1946. Yep. I don't even have. I don't know. I'm trying to let the game just. I just let the game just play itself. Also, we're outside the window now, so now we all shouldn't have a fear of anything else. So you know, just sit back and relax. Oh yeah. This is fun. You have to put on a tiny little bit of brake. Nope, never mind. We're going at just the absolute right pace. No worries about anything. Anyways, so what else is it about today? Well, also today is Maverick Henry Daniels' birthday, which is quite cool. Definitely looking forward to. Well, the next Trains News episode will be the Q&A, but hopefully the video after that will talk about 64-bit train sim and see if that's like, because it is, I guess, official that the next episode of Train Sim News, which will be episode 34, will be the Q&A, which would be a fun episode. Definitely looking forward to the Q&A for Mr. Maverick Hunter Daniel. Okay, we're actually speeding now. Oh yeah, we're actually picking up a tiny little bit of speed. We're gonna put on just a We need a bit of a break. Not slowing down. There we go. We should be good for breaks now. What is a red? Is that for us? That's for the check. Okay, no, we're green. We're clear to go through. Oh, I put the controller back on the table. Was that a bit loud? I don't think so. I don't know. But either way, we're almost there. 12 miles left to go. Well, I say we're almost there. We're not super close to being there, but yeah. Oh wow. Or yeah, we're also on flat lands now, so we should be good for speed. Feel the drain just a little bit, but I will just let's train coast for now. See what happens. Anyway, yeah, man, not really much else to talk about, to be honest. Yeah. Also, of course, I've been doing some stuff for Forza Horizon 4, but I talked about yesterday's live stream, being the Cali 100. I can't wait though for next week's new way of live stream that I'm doing with just 3 live streams a week. I'm honestly quite relieved. I don't know why I didn't come up with this sooner, but it's my fault for not doing so though. I control the vibrates whenever I hit of course, hit some of the rails. So 10 miles to Laramie, main 1 depot. I'll get there in time-ish. No, yeah, thankfully after a couple of crashes, this journey has been pretty much flawless, but I'm still, however, going to be redoing this console because the way that I'm doing this now is just not working. I might, well, no, I'm going to keep the tanks and the Mach 3 coaches and everything else, but I'm afraid that bank coaches, however, is going to have to go because what I'm doing just isn't working as good as I thought. I originally came with this idea because I thought it was a cool one, you know, pump car man, buying coach and everything else, and Not as worked as good as I originally thought or hoped it would. So next week's contest will be different from this one. Remember, just got the idea of having Bank Codes be a part of the show because he is just way too slow. I've had way too many stability issues too. I actually was I was actually here last night thinking, we'll have to cancel the 12 subscriber special or something. And I guess decide now I'm not gonna cancel. I'm just gonna choose a different contest. Not sure what that contest will be yet, but I will make sure that it's something interesting, to say the least. Anyway, the game is officially been over for an hour. Yeah, so if you just take the speed limit, it actually only takes an hour and 13 minutes to actually complete a full run or full length journey on this route. That's if you were to stick to the speed limit. If you get like another train or something, then it will take less time. You know what? Actually, no. I was about to say, it's a little bit surprising that, well, I was about to say, and of course I'm taking this back now, but I was about to say it's a bit surprising that it takes an hour and a half to complete a journey on Northeast Corridor. Despite that route is 90 miles long, but you go faster, whereas here you go a bit slower, and it's 60 miles. But now I realize, though, that actually, the last time I actually did a full-length journey of Northeast Corridor, which was when I first got my new PC, it took about, I think it was an hour and 13 minutes? No. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, I actually have no idea, but, I will, however, though, well, I don't know, actually, because, I need to figure some things out. Oh, we're speeding, of course, we are. Alright, crossing. Ooh, 7 miles. It's been a bit of a long journey though, but this is gonna mark the second ever full run that I've done on this route. Will I do another one? Well, most likely. Of course, nowhere near now, but eventually. Although for next year, though, I'm definitely doing like every single what's the every single thingamajig. Every single route that I own. Yeah, I haven't been able to do it too productively this year, but that's because of the amount of problems that I've had, though. Yeah, there was a point in the summertime that I went 5 weeks straight without live streaming Train Sim, but I do hope to minimize the problems as much as possible when I actually do these streams. Six miles to go. Let's see if we're actually gonna go on the same trick as the other train, though. Doesn't look like it. as us. Alright guys, we're almost there. Just a few miles to go. Alright, so I haven't received a single tech visit since 1947, so that's lovely. So 5 miles to go, or 6 to go actually, to the final destination. Oh, those clouds. Huh. Oh, balls. Makes it something not so good. Oh, they do back the Extreme 87. Wow, Extreme 87. I have not said that forever. You know, since you charge the live stream though, I wonder if I'd like to become a viewer of mine more regularly now, or either that or well, I don't know actually. Also, I haven't seen what's his name. That reminds me of Stoll. Was it still Brownless or something? I forget his name, but yeah, I haven't seen him forever. Oh, I remember that he would always show up to my weekend live streams back when I did those. You know, I remember when I remember when I did live streams on weekends. That was an interesting thing to do. Ooh, what's this? I think this thing is green. Not sure what these things mean, but yeah, we should be fine. And so that being said, yeah, I wonder if Extreme 87 would be a more review on my channel now. But yeah, Mr. Stoll Brown, I think his name was, you know, he of course stole, he of course watched my videos for and streams for, you know, a while. Oh, he hasn't watched my channel for a while though. Maybe due to the fact that now I no longer do live on weekends, and I think he's allowed to stay up like later on weekends, and I guess on during the weekdays he has to go sleep earlier. And since now that I do these live streams on weekdays, maybe that's a factor in the equation. Yeah. You know, I'm going to have a live stream with viewers from old times. I am, though, quite pleased, though, to the point where my channel has turned out to be. You know, in terms of the, well, in terms of how far I've come, though. Since Gen 3. Let's see how far I've come. Well, even as of Gen 3 though, I still haven't accomplished everything that everything I wanted to accomplish. I mean, I finally got the name in 2003, 2018. I finally got the 2018 season of the way, but I don't know. Although I probably, you know, probably in March you'll start seeing some results here and there. I don't know actually. The rest of this year though is just gonna be so busy though. I am so glad that I brought this computer over to my mom's house though. Oh, that's nice. Oops! Floating track. That's still a thing in Sherman Hill apparently. I thought we fixed that dovetail, but I'm not so sure though. You know, I remember Dovetail though were making a big deal about how when they released Train Sim in 2016, they upgraded the Sherman Hill route to the current game standards. And yet there's still errors like that with floating track, which is just stupid, honestly. There's 2 miles to go. Thankfully. They're gonna be cleared right through. We're almost there, thankfully. Then again, this live stream and do something else. Really, this big breeze is coming up though. Wee. That was the weakest wheeze ever. But we're almost there though, that's good. I'm getting quite tired of this, to be honest. Oh balls. Okay, we're going with 38, just realized. Game didn't tell me that though. And he's the only train that's just sitting here. I saw that's the train to go, but oh, and the logos are all messed up. We're arriving now. Oh, this is a red signal. Oh, it's powering up now. As this train departs out, we're now arriving at Laramie, the other end of the line. So that was the entire Sherman Hill from end to end. Also, there's literally no platform anywhere, so stuff might be a little bit pointless. I seem to move quite fast though now. As well as a locomotive on the back end. Anyways, here we are. Let's see if the platform actually exists now. Probably not. Oh. No, never mind, this isn't the platform. But in fact, there is no platform. It's actually just dead air. What is the point? It's not even as say it, it's just something stupid. I'm sure Patrick would get on and off in your real life, but as this is strange to me, you can't open up the door, so that's pointless. So, well, with that being said, there's only one thing left to do. That's the wrong button. You know what time it is? Oh. Yes. Oh, look at that wheel spin. Wow. Yes. Let's see how fast we can go. Okay, we're... Oh. Don't you already? Look at the power. The power of bank coaches. It's supposed to look crazy, but... Oh, well. Let's see if we can bring 100 miles an hour. I think we can, though. We'll try. Oh, we lost the speed there. Ow! We'll derail before we can actually get there. Because the force from the low corners was so strong that it pushed over the Mach 3 there. Let's go show how unstable this train is. Well, that's that stream over with. Became a good one in the end there. But either way, that con's got to go. In the next live stream, I'm going to come up with another consist. But yeah, you'll have to find out what that consist is next time, though. But either way, that's all for this. Well, it eventually became dark. Holy moly! I just realized that the game went from being somewhat sunset to actually completely pitch black. That's the first time that's ever happened in a train simulator. Anyways, with that being said, hope you guys have enjoyed today's live stream. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. If anyone's still watching this live, tomorrow will be Forza Horizon 2 Storm Island at 4 p.m. Eastern Time and ending at 6. So that'll give us a couple of good hours to do some stuff on Storm Island, and yeah. But either way, that's all for today's stream, and I will see you in the next video.